It was a case permeated with reasonable doubt, yet it took 30 years for Glenn Ford's conviction for first-degree murder to be vacated.
I was locked up almost 30 years for something I didn't do.
Ford's conviction followed a familiar script. A black man represented by inexperienced legal counsel, convicted by an all-white jury on circumstantial evidence, some fabricated by police and then withdrawn, and sentenced to death by a judiciary more inclined to give the benefit of the doubt to guilt rather than innocence. But Ford is now free.
I can't go back and do anything that I should have been doing when I was like 35, 38, 40, stuff like that. My sons, when I left, was babies. Now they grown men with babies.
What's the first thing you're going to do?
Oh, go get something to eat.
Since 1973, more than 140 death row convicts in the U.S. have been exonerated, but there are still more than 3,000 inmates on death row. Some argue it's the entire justice system that's in need of reform.
Out of every 10 people who have been executed, one person has been released from death row. Now, if the U.S. criminal justice system were a factory with that type of defect rate, that type of error rate, it would be shut down immediately.
The problem, according to David Love, is the rush to convict, even though lives are in the balance.
For some actors in the criminal justice system, there is a premium placed on finality and expediency rather than justice and getting to the bottom of who actually committed the crime.
More and more U.S. states are imposing moratoria on the death penalty, often as a result of a shortage of the chemicals used in lethal injections. But activists argue that a more potent reason should be a fundamentally flawed judicial process that feeds a system which holds more prisoners than any other in the world. Shihab, Rattansi, Al Jazeera, Washington.